Hey Falcon fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Hey, guess what? The Falcons are 1-2. We got a win yesterday. Wasn't pretty. We're going to break it down here on our latest Falcons news and rumor video. First, though, mailbag video coming up later this week. I want the questions in now. I'm going to be filming here over the next couple of days. So if you have a Falcons related question, go down below, use the hashtag Falcons, ask the question away, be a subscriber, and look for it to be pulled for a mailbag video coming up in the next couple of days. All right, jump in the latest Falcons news and rumors, and of course, recapping the big 17-14 win over the New York Football Giants yesterday, as that was, we talked about it on Friday and on Thursday. It's a must-win football game. Like, they had to win that game. They could not start 0-2 for back-to-back seasons. They were 0-3, and then they were 0-3, and then now they were good at 0-3, but no, they went ahead and got a win, and now we're sitting at 1-2. Here's the first thing we get to talk about. I don't want to hear all the haters out there saying, oh, well, they should have lost this game. Oh, my gosh, they're still a bad football team. Oh, wow, the offense is absolutely terrible. Stop. They won the game. Like, did they win the game or did they lose the game? Because if they had lost the game, we could be having that whole, pouty, rah-rah discussion on today's video talking about how bad the Falcons are. But guess what? They went on the road. They didn't turn the football over, at least throwing interceptions. They had the one fumble, but they won on a game-winning field goal, back-to-back scoring drives by Matt Ryan. I am pumped, and I'm excited about this Falcons team right now. Not because I think they're going to be anything super special this year. I can use my eyes. I understand this offense is nothing to write home about yet, and the defense played really well yesterday, but it was against a bad football team, but at least they won. They gave us something to be excited about, and if you're upset that they won today, then I don't know what to tell you, right? There's only two things you can do in the NFL. You can win or you can lose. They could have lost yesterday and you could have been really mad, or they could have, of course, won, as they did, to try to be a little bit happy. I know it wasn't great, so I'll ask you guys this first. Grade the Falcons' Week 3 performance with that win yesterday, A, B, C, D, or F. If it's just the defense for me gets an A. The defense was great, and the improvement we've seen from Week 1 all the way to Week 3 is night and day in terms of the difference, but we're grading the entire Week 3 performance, so I would give them probably a B- right now, because guess what? They did win. All right, starting with my Week 3 takeaways, we just mentioned it. The defense is carrying this football team. From where they were Week 1 to where they are Week 3, the progress is night and day. Week 1, completely incompetent. They had no pass rush. The secondary got ripped apart. They couldn't make open field tackles. Week 2, the pass rush started to emerge, but the secondary played badly. Week 3, pass rush emerged fantastic yesterday, and the secondary was really, really good against some good receiving threats for the New York Giants. Daniel Jones yesterday did not have a lot. 24-35, 266 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. This defense, especially the secondary, Fabian Monroe, give credit where credit is due. A couple of bad pass interference calls, too, that really should have gone and or been picked up, in my opinion, but they played very, very well. Credit to them. And listen, this run defense is playing great football. They did a good job against the Bucs last week and did a really good job against Saquon Barkley, who does not seem to be himself, but still 16 carries for 51 yards, one touchdown, that leap over the goal line, 3.18 yards per rush right now. This defense is playing a lot better, and it's just fun and exciting to see, because last year, the big problem, really the past couple of years, has been the defense. And this year, if they can keep playing like they did yesterday from a defensive perspective, they're going to be right there close in games. If the offense, we'll talk about later, can figure it out, they can start being a decent football team. I'm excited what I've seen from Dean Pease. Credit to Dante Fowler, by the way. This is a guy who, was the scapegoat of Atlanta last year, hardly played. We all thought he was a bust. I thought he'd be nothing this year. He's been really, really good. That strip sack of Daniel Jones, I wish they would have fallen on it, but that strip sack of Daniel Jones was fantastic. Fowler's been playing really well. The entire defensive line has been, we just got to tip our hats to them and say credit to what has been the worst position group for the Falcons the past couple of years. They're playing really, really good so far this season. Quick update here. We don't have full, news or reports on this yet, but Marlon Davidson did leave in the second half with an ankle injury. He did walk off under his own power, but kind of gingerly walked off underneath his own power. The only details we have is that it's an ankle injury. We don't know if he's going to be long-term, if it's going to be short-term. It didn't look like a serious ankle injury, so maybe a couple of weeks, but we don't know the update on Marlon Davidson, so we'll have more on that later on this week, which is why you guys should be subscribed, because when we know more about Marlon Davidson or any of the other latest Falcons news and rumors, we talk about them here in a news and rumor video. So go down below, help us grow to get to 4,000 subs here on the channel. Hit that red subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date in your one-stop shop for anything regarding your Atlanta Falcons. Number 2 takeaway. Matt Ryan was good when it counted. He wasn't good early, and this whole entire offense, which we'll get to, needs a lot of improvement. There are a lot of things that have been wrong so far with the Falcons offense. They were decent last week, but yet again, in the first 3 quarters this week, unable to really move the football. And you start to kind of wonder what they're doing in terms of getting the ball to Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley. Again, more on that in a second. But the important takeaway here is Matt Ryan was good when it counted. Here's his stats from the fourth quarter yesterday. 11 for 13, 117 yards, 1 touchdown to tie the game, 0 interceptions, and then the game-winning drive. I know that you can talk about how he should have thrown an interception at the goal line there on that, whatever it was the fourth quarter. Was it third and goal, second and goal? But they dropped it, so move on. It doesn't matter. He made a great pass and a great decision to Kyle Pitts that caused the interception to get the ball back down to cause the pass interference, even though it was incomplete. Ball back at the 1. They score on the next play. Credit to Matt Ryan for leading his 40th career game-winning drive. Even though it's not been pretty, he's still been playing well enough to win these football games, or at least well enough to win this football game. And if he can duplicate, again, the entire offense, what they did in the fourth quarter going forward, I think we're all feeling really good about where the Falcons are at here in 2021. All right, so we're 1-2. What's your confidence level in the Falcons as it stands at 1-2? Like a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at a 6, Again, there's a lot of issues and a lot of problems and a lot of things I need to improve, but 1-2 feels way better than 0-3. I mean, 0-3, the season is over. 1-2, I mean, the Chiefs are 1-2, right? There are a lot of teams that are 1-2 right now. I think 9 of them total. You can make a run even being at 1-2. I'm just pumped that they got to win. Give me your confidence level in the Falcons, though, right now from a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we'll get to some of the negatives here, and that has to do with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith has some work to do. This has not been the offense that we were promised. We have not seen this offense do anything. The offense feels very dry. And you go back and watch the film as I did this morning, the first 3 quarters, not a lot of motion, not a lot of plays that make you go, oh, wow, that's a creative play. If you watched the game last night on Sunday Night Football, 49ers versus Packers, the scheming, the play calls were really good. And yet, as you watch this game with the Falcons for the first 3 quarters, you started to go, okay, I know Kyle Pitts is being doubled, but you can't find a way to get him some single coverage. You can't find a way to give him, get Calvin Ridley the football more than just 6 times overall. They have got to do a better job. Arthur Smith has got to do a better job of scheming up this offense because it feels like he's in a little bit over his head. And again, I don't want to say that just casually. He seems to be the right man for the job, but you got to remember what he worked with last year. He had Derrick Henry and a great offensive line. Derrick Henry covers a multitude of sins. I mean, you watch Derrick Henry play, the guy's like the best running back in football, one of the top 5 running backs in football. The fact that he didn't have a great running game, and the fact that he doesn't have a great offensive line, I think is hurting him a little bit. That fourth quarter, though, the back-to-back drives, the play calling was a lot better. I love the deep out to Kyle Pitts on whatever it was, 2nd down and 10 to get the 25-yard gain into field goal range. If they can just take what they did late in the fourth and do it through 4 quarters, we're going to start feeling a lot better about this offense. But Smith has some work to do, and we got to call him out because it's just not been enough, and it's not cut it through the first couple of games here this season. Now, I did tell you guys to bet on the Falcons to win this game. They were +3. I won some money with my BetUS account. And you guys, if you want to sign up and jump in on the winnings, do it with our friends at BetUS because the promo they have right now is unbelievable. Chatsports.com/BetFalcons. That promo code is Falcons125. Get that 125% deposit bonus whenever you, of course, sign up and then bet it on the Falcons or the Braves. Big series against the Phillies coming up on Tuesday. Pump for that. Atlanta United and more. Again, chatsports.com/BetFalcons. Use that promo code Falcons125 to start winning money like I did this weekend with our friends at BetUS. Okay, where are Ridley and Kyle Pitts? Seriously. Now, Calvin Ridley did have more catches this game than he has basically the entire year, the first 3 games. However, there were a couple of times that he caught the football and very clearly had enough space to get a first down and then not gave up, because that's not a fair word, but didn't fight for a first down. Ridley has not been the number 1 threat that we expected him to be. He was great last year in the 7 games that they didn't have Julio Jones. So you can't make the argument that, we didn't have Julio Jones, that's why he's bad. No, he didn't have Julio Jones last year and balled out. There's something going on right now, whether it's the offensive play call, whether Ridley's taking a step back, or they just haven't gotten him the football enough. I need to see more from Calvin Ridley, because if Calvin Ridley can get back to the Calvin Ridley that we expected and have seen for the past couple of seasons, it opens up the playbook for Kyle Pitts. What the Giants did yesterday was say, we're not letting Kyle Pitts beat us. They bracketed Kyle Pitts, they put double coverage on Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts said it in his post-game press conference that they took away a lot of his options. But 3 targets is not going to cut it for your number 4 overall draft pick. And I get he's a rookie, but he very clearly doesn't look like a rookie out there. I mean, he looks ready to go. They got to find a way to create one-on-one opportunities for him, and it starts with being able to run the football, and it finishes with being able to get the football to Calvin Ridley to put the safety over the top of Ridley versus over the top of Kyle Pitts. These 2 guys, it goes back to Arthur Smith in the scheming, but they've got to be better. We've got to get them the football, because in games against better football teams than the Giants, and you'll see one on Washington or on Sunday against Washington, at least their defense, these guys need to start performing because they are the heart and soul of this offense. Are you concerned about Pitts and Ridley yet? They really haven't done much. I mean, Pitts had the 6 catches against the Bucs, but even then, he still didn't have his first touchdown catch. Are you concerned at all about these 2? Type Y down below for yes, or type N down below for no. All right, this was the same takeaway from last week. I'll keep saying it until they start losing these games. The easy games are coming. Here come the easy games. This is what I've been saying. Right? Even though the Falcons, we all agree, are not a great football team, they are, at least could be a decent football team based on who they play. Washington got waxed by the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. Absolutely obliterated. That defense is not as scary or as good as we thought it was, and Taylor Heineke is not a good quarterback. Like, let's just be real. He's a gunslinger, but he's one of those bad gunslingers who throws way too many picks. He's not a good quarterback. That's a winnable game. The Jets are the worst team in football. They're 26-0. They can't even score against Denver yesterday. Zach Wilson threw 2 more picks. I mean, the Jets are, one was a pick 6. The Jets are a dumpster fire. The Dolphins, they look competent in the second half, but I mean, really, this is not a very good Dolphins football team. A winnable game on the road down there in Miami, and we don't know what Carolina is. I mean, honestly, like, are the Saints good? And then, therefore, Carolina beating the Saints, is that impressive? Because they've only beaten the Texans and the Jets other than the Saints. Like, we don't know how good Carolina is. I think most people would agree they're the worst 3-0 team. As it currently stands in the NFC South, you made a little bit of ground. I mean, it was nice to see Tampa Bay lose, but however, New Orleans did beat the Patriots, so you currently sit at the bottom. However, I do think that the next couple of weeks are going to be a real chance for the Falcons to start gaining some ground and hopefully some wins on this division. All right, before we end, just drop a like. I know we have some bitter Falcon fans out there, but drop a like for the Falcons winning. Like, at least they did win. They won a football game. That's more than we could say through 3 weeks last year. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm pumped the Falcons won. You guys should at least be too as well. All right, ultimate for a day here on our Atlanta Falcons Today news and rumor video. Make sure you guys are subscribed down below. Mailbag video coming up the next couple of days. I'm Thomas Mott. We are out of time. Signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.